Welcome back. Now to a story you only hear about in movies. 45-year-old Aaron Carrata set off from Panama in February on his journey to become the first person to circumnavigate the globe by rowboat. Well, after years of training, his plans were thrown off course when his 23-foot vessel called Smiles lost power in the middle of the Pacific Ocean in May and capsized 33 days later. The Louisiana native, known on social media as Adventure Aaron, says he inflated a life raft and activated an emergency satellite beacon. Agonizing over whether he'd die of hypothermia or become food for the 6-foot shark that was circling in the waters nearby, Aaron says he looked to his faith for strength and guidance. Little did he know, friends and more than 3,500 strangers in the Facebook group In Search of Adventure Aaron Carrata were rallying support to find him. And after more than a month, Aaron was eventually rescued. The U.S. Coast Guard shared these incredible photos of Aaron being hoisted up from the waters by a crew aboard the merchant vessel Baker Spirit, more than 1,000 miles north off the coast of Tahiti. Aaron is now safe, we are happy to report, and he is sound in Honolulu. And Adventure Aaron Carrata joins me now to discuss this unimaginable journey. Aaron, we are so glad to see you well, and thanks for joining us. Just take us back, if you will, to what happened the day you lost power and the next several weeks that followed. I mean, how did you stay sane and survive?
First of all, thank you for even having interest in the real story and the narrative. It's still raw with me, so I apologize, but it was such an emotional experience, and it was a true way for me to test faith. And I say that loosely because everyone's got different faith. It could be a job, or it could just be the journey, or it could be spiritual. But when I knew I had 40 days to row in the blind, it was going to be another one of those moments that I had to talk to someone other than myself, because it was silence. There was no screen time, there was no music. And while it was the most beautiful experience of my life, it was a great learning experience. And I was pointed close to the wind with a heading that I had been averaging, that I later found out Chris from one of the sailing communities as a cruiser was predicting correctly. But rowing in the blind every day with only a compass, you really have to get a sense for the stars, for the winds, for the currents. You know, I was calculating everything that I learned because I'd already been in the vessel for 20 months, starting at San Diego and rowing down to Panama, plus a year prior, to really make sure I had this thing properly ready to go, including all my items, which one of them saved my life and allowed me to survive a week that another vessel was lost and a few other things were happening out there in the ocean, which can do that.
So take us back to the day that you realized you were finally going to be saved. I mean, what was going through your head? You saw the Coast Guard, correct?
I'm sorry, the Coast Guard was notified periodically, but I had never activated a PLB, which is a personal locator beacon, until the 15th when I capsized. But prior to that, and I was out of power, I sent messages to my support team, which wasn't big at the time, which has now grown to 3,500 people, strangers turned friends. And I had just gone through this process that, okay, I have to power down and just use the resources I have. And that's what I did. And over that course of events, various people came together. The Facebook page grew significantly, and I didn't know any of this at the time. And when my search was called off by the Coast Guard, unfortunately, because it's an extremely long, hard passage for resources that our wonderful Coast Guard offers, it's just that route is very tricky. And there's different maritimes around the world, like the RCCs that exist. And these are maritime communities that will work together. So that's what happened, in association to everything that was being orchestrated by the search of these friends that I now had on Facebook, who were never there because they didn't know. You know, when you tell somebody you're about to do something that nobody's ever done before, and you do your best to put it in a positive way, that you're trying to row for humanity, you know, things happen when you do good things and you lead by action. And that's exactly what happened. And luckily, they were able to be there when the things did go wrong. And that's the end result, is that I told myself, I heard the words "be brave" on this journey, and I wrote down in a captain's log as I did, "be brave." And over the course of 33 days, I was brave. But when I capsized, I was questioning my fate. And I learned after I was rescued the bigger picture, because at the end of the day, one person's personal success with faith, arriving to the Marquise Islands, which I was only 400 nautical miles away from after 1,200 miles of rowing in the blind, is a great story. But my message to bring this world together in a divided more than ever era came full circle when the boat that magically that you see there, the Baker Spirit, was able to maneuver a single prop boat with no bow thrusters to my life raft, and on the second pass hoist me up with his team of 21 strangers from the Philippines and the Indians, and gave me the shirt literally off their back when all I had to my name was my board shorts. They gave me the shirt that I still wear to this day, that I just have to show you. It says brave. And they had no idea about my journey. So to me, that was the reinforcement that we're all connected in this world. And when you lead by action, it really is a deeper message than just another rescue in a dangerous element. And I'm really just appreciative that your producers and the media was able to shine this like you have today.
So Aaron, just tell us what is next for you? Would you attempt to circumnavigate the globe again? And what did you learn this time that would help your journey next time?
I am overwhelmed literally with processing what's happened. This was my effort, but I was given the opportunity to do something that I can't say no to again. I mean, I believe that I'm here for the reason. There's a strong community that now supports my efforts when I was just in a rowboat that did, a little rowboat that did. And I think I would, if I had the right sponsorship now, and I think it may be there, but you know, anyone out there who there may be a new boat waiting for me in Panama, and I'll go right back to the starting line and do it all over again, just like I did, teaching and implementing the lessons that you get a chance to learn in life, and continue on, and being mindful of using the resources of other people's government funds and things like that. That is a fair argument too.
There are great life lessons there in what you did, what you came through, Aaron, and whatever you decide to do it wearing that brave shirt, because you certainly are brave. Aaron Kurata, thank you so much, and best of luck to you.
Thank you, Alexis, and your producers and everybody.
Happy 4th.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.